guys, and welcome to your run through video for Wednesday. This week we have deadlifts. So for the warm up today, we're going to work through 4 rounds for quality, so nice slow and controlled movements to get those muscles really firing for our deadlifts today. So the first movement is an eccentric goblet squat. So you can use a plate from your box today, hold it in front of the chest, set the feet. You're going to take 5 seconds, so count nice and slow, 3, 4, 5 to go down, and then stand. Again, moving really nice and slow and with control, so don't allow yourself to relax in the bottom position. Make sure you stay nice and active throughout that whole movement. You're doing that 4 times. Then you're going into a hip aeroplane. This one's quite challenging, a little bit of balance involved, but have a go. 4 on each leg. It's a bit like a single leg deadlift to start, so nice soft knee. Okay, you're just going to hinge forward so that you are nice and balanced, hips are square. Then you take a rotation towards the leg and then out and away. So opening up through the hips. Again, nice challenge with the balance there, but something just to get us into our deadlift movement today, firing up those muscles. You're going to do that 4 times on one side and then have a go at the other side. You'll probably find one leg better than the other. Ooh, like so. That's my bad leg. But again, 4 times on each side. Then we're going into a glute bridge with a pause at the top. So with this one, you'll be nice and familiar with this movement. We'll come down on the floor. Hopefully I can still fit in the screen here. Down on the floor, both feet planted, lift the hips high, squeeze the glutes, pause for 3 seconds, and then lower down. And then we go again, pause for 3 seconds, lower down. Again, 4 on those. Last one is a bird dog. So again, sticking with the floor, we're coming down onto all 4s. We are going to take opposite hand to knee. Think about really crunching through the abs here, so nice engaged core, rib cage towards the pelvis, and then squeezing the glutes to bring the arm and the leg up, back in, again curling in, squeezing the abs, making sure this is a nice active movement, and sending the leg and the arm out. 4 times on one side, 4 times on the other. So, all the way through 4 times. After that, give yourself about 3 to 5 sets of deadlifts to warm up into the movement. Start with the bar and then build from there. So obviously the heavier you're going today, the more warm-up sets that you will need. If you're starting with the bar, go from standing first of all, always making sure that we're keeping the bar nice and close. Okay, soft knee and back nice and straight in that deadlift movement. For this one today, you are going to build to the heaviest weight that you did last week, if you were here last week, for your 3 dead stop and then 3 touch and go. So wherever you finished last week, because you built across the sets, you're going to start from there and you're going to stick at the same weight for all 4 sets today. So we're still looking at 4 sets of 6. The first 2 this week will be with a dead stop. So we're coming down, stopping on the floor, and then rising. 2 of those, pause or dead stop, and then the last 4 reps are touch and go, so you can allow the momentum of the plates on the floor to get you through the last 4 movements. Okay, so again, just to reiterate, sticking with the weight that you did your last or heaviest set on last week for all of those, so no going up today. After that, moving into the workout today, as many rounds as possible in 12 minutes of 30 dumbbell lunges, okay? So I'll show you with a small plate, but you will have a dumbbell, okay? You can hold the dumbbell anyhow, all right? So maybe, here you go, my speaker looks a bit like a dumbbell. Hold it like this, okay? Taking some lunges, 30 of those. You can have it on one shoulder, you can hold it by the side of you, however you like to hold that dumbbell, you are going to hold it that way. 30 dumbbell lunges into step up, so keep hold of that dumbbell into step up onto your box, okay? Again, hold it however you like, however is comfortable. After that, 30 air squats, so then you put your dumbbell down. You all know air squats pretty well now, so we should see some good standards here. hip crease below the knee, fully standing. Try not to move so fast that you're cutting the movement short, or even extending at the knees but not at the hips. See this quite a lot sometimes. Make sure you're coming fully up to standing on each rep. 30 of those, and then 30 box jumps. Okay, so 2 feet to 2 feet jump, on the box, up to standing, and then step or bound down. If you are uncomfortable doing box jumps, don't then scale down to step ups today, only because we have the dumbbell step ups in there for you already. Try and scale it down to a different jump, whether it's plate hops. Okay, you might have a couple of plates if you feel comfortable having the height lower, or if you're unsure, just ask one of the coaches. Last but not least, after all of that for 12 minutes, just a few stretches for you. So first one, make sure you stretch out your hamstrings. You can do that by leaning over, head towards the floor, holding onto the elbows and just relaxing down. Or if you prefer, you can take a seat on the floor, go into a pike stretch here and hold that one for 30 seconds or so. Then into lower back. Quite a nice one on the floor is if you get your feet together, hands under and pull the head down towards the toes. That's one for you today. Quad stretch. If you have your box, you can put your foot on the box, knee as close as you can, and then up into this sort of, well, couch stretch position, lunge position. This is an option. If that's too much, go into some night to shoemakers. So just a lunge on the floor, pushing forward, or even just holding onto that ankle for a quad stretch. And then the last one, glutes. Again, you can have a little go on the box. Pop one foot up, a little bit like a pigeon stretch, but using the box today so we can get really deep into those glutes. Lovely stuff. Again, if you have any questions, ask any of the coaches in the gym, but enjoy.